Do this. Hey, what's up? So project next hacks weekend Saturday. Next hacks is on Saturday, and I'm doing mini projects to prepare for the main project on Saturday, which is meant to be a world model game project, where it basically procedurally can't say that word. It just generates games. It generates 2D games based on certain data from the user. So it could be emotional data. It could be intent for an educational purpose, like oh, teach me some equation or teach me some concept. That's the idea. Um, I'm not building the project now because I can't do that because if I did that, that would be cheating. What I am doing is building stuff in relation, like in the area of the project. So like, okay, what are certain stuff I need to know? So when I go to the hackathon with my team, we're not operating like in total blindness. We have some awareness of what we're meant to be doing, how it's meant to work. Where the challenge now comes is in the novelty of the application, the architecture. That being said, though, there's a lot that I've had to do. It's not even like been like this is literally where I said anytime I do a project, it's not even been the sense of like an accumulation of like novelty or a technical achievement. It's literally just been I'm trying to fix one thing, and if I can fix that one thing, I can like, get a million things done. So that one thing was basically that hot loading. I believe the way to describe it is essentially when the AI, or I have to even explain the project, the way the architecture is meant to work is that the AI is meant to like an AI API, like think Claude, is meant to edit the code of the game as the game is running, right? So the issue though is that what's happening is that the AI will edit the code, but then you would have to exit the application for the code to actually be saved and that code to run in the game. But as a user, you don't have to close your game. You don't turn off your PS5 wherever to then see the changes to the game. So that's a big issue. I was taking like 2 days to look into. So finally, I don't even know how, but finally, it's fixed. The hot loading thing is because that's hot loading basically. It's fixed now. So that means that's one barrier that's been overcome. And then when we actually go to hackathon, we can actually start building properly. There's also another question around asset generation. I don't know how the asset generation is going to work per se. I was looking into it. I was thinking maybe they could be 2D assets like pixel spreadsheets for the characters, and then you can maybe just tint it so you can change the colors. That was not working. But what I did realize is that Gemini, I guess actually not Gemini because Gemini sucked at doing it. ChatGPT, I think they use Imagen. Is that their image model? ChatGPT, you can send an image. You could probably use the API to create a spreadsheet, like editing the spreadsheet that's currently there for the game, and you could get complete different set in the same size. I was really worried about the size thing because with the spreadsheet, it's not just meant to be like 1,000 pixels. It's meant to be like 6 by 14 pixels or 7 by 14 pixels or whatever. Um, so that's also doable. I think now, all the foundations I was worried about are have been proven. I'm not keep on touching my eyes. I think I'm just so tired. I had like pounded yam and okra soup, and that's like the fastest way to go to bed. But all my theories, hypotheses, or whatever, those have been proven to be correct. So I think for the hackathons, we're just gonna be expanding and building on them. I do think one thing that I'm also interested in is if I can hot load the assets while the code is running at runtime because I can do with the code. That's been proven. But then when it comes to assets, I wonder if that's gonna be something that's possible as well. Like if when the game is running, can I say, okay, I'm going to change the skin now because the game is meant to be running the whole time. So like if the user is now feeling more stressed and you want a more serene environment, then what if I want to change the ocean to like more blue, maybe more of a sunset vibe of like orange or something like that? Like can that be done at runtime? I have not confirmed that. That's something I probably should do. Um but yeah, I think when it comes to the coding side of things, I think everything has pretty much been proven. I think it's obviously going to be like bottlenecks that we encounter at the hackathon. And even with the hackathon thing, this may not be a project that's done by the team. The team also has other ideas we may explore. Personally, that's the thing where it's like a personal conflict. Is I'm wondering my debate internally is if I can prove to myself that this is a winner project, I'm willing to stake my departure from the team on that project because these are not people I really know, so there's no emotional stake and they don't necessarily need me. But if it's something where I cannot necessarily prove to myself and bet on it, then I'm like, okay, let's just pivot to another project as a team. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. There's something else I was going to talk about with the project. Oh yeah, with the project, I think a lot of the work or a lot of the exploration I've done has been the more multi-agentic structure of stuff. But I think I would really love to look into more of the world model architecture. Because right now we're just using I'm just using a Markov chain just to get stuff done quickly. But I think there could be more interesting stuff going on behind the scenes there. So I doubt I'll probably go more into it because I don't feel a need to. But maybe at the hackathon that'll be something where it's like more of the time is spent in our world model side, but also at the same time with hackathons it's really a magic trick more than anything. So they wouldn't really care like, oh, the world model works like this and this. It's like, what can I see as a user? Does it like have a nice transition? And that's another thing as well, where I think it's really helpful to work on a team because while people are working, myself is working on the more back end side of things with the technical details. There has to be something that makes it look fancy and nice and has like the nice transitions and everything moves smoothly. Because that's what like Judge is really based off of what from what I've seen. Um, but yeah, that's where I am with the project. I think it's really interesting. I think I'm excited. I'm really happy that the Halloween thing actually works now because that was something that was really, really bothering me. I was very close to giving up or pivoting to Pygame, and Pygame I did not want to pivot to. Um, but yeah, last thing before I close this video off, I think with the actual project, I do think there's another issue of the way I was imagining the whole thing working is that instead of having AI one shot these games, it'll be much faster to have an AI pre-edit, pre-built games. But I don't know a huge library to find pre-built games for. So maybe something that could happen, and this is why I think it becomes a bit murky with what becomes starting from scratch and what is a fair game. Is that maybe I can put together a library almost and publicly share it of different games in different categories that the AI can use. So if it's something that's publicly available, I think that works fine. Um, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm still thinking about it. I'm probably gonna sleep on it and then get that done. Besides that, though, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.